Good to go?
Yep.
So the emotions of coming off the back of that win, how was it sort of after the game with the team after the couple of tough months?
Yeah, a couple of tough months.
End of last year,
Yeah.
and then obviously last week.
Look, it's a different feeling to last Sunday. We were all pretty gutted last week, and I was pretty angry. But we didn't panic, and if we keep turning up for each other and defending like that, we'll be enjoying beers in the dressing sheds more often than not. So I just give credit to the lads; they were terrific through the week. Even I thought at periods in last weekend's game, our connection was really strong. We just were too clunky at important parts of the game. And if I'm being honest, I think we're still a little bit clunky tonight at stages, but there's so much growth in us left.
Was that the key, not panicking throughout the week after last weekend, knowing that what you'd put in place over the pre-season would come through for tonight?
Yeah, we put it to bed pretty quickly. We do our review the next day, and it was pretty obvious where we won and lost the game. But the effort that we showed, that's 3 games on the trot. We've conceded 6 points, and were we good enough to do that last year? The answer is no. I know we're a better team, but I also understand that we're only round 2 and we've got a lot of footy left.
Jace, what is the difference between this season, where obviously a great defensive run to start the year, and previous? What actually has changed that have made you guys capable of shutting down teams like this?
Well, to start off with, we had pretty tough pre-season, so I think it's been one of those pre-seasons where every day we've been tackling, and almost every day we've been tackling, and obviously it's paying off for us. So last year we weren't really good defensively, obviously, and tackling was an area we wanted to fix. So Dean Young has applied pressure on us to work harder in defence, and now it's obviously showing out there.
Todd spoke about earlier in the week that you wanted yourself to poke the bear and get the best performance out of you. Did you feel like that you played your best game in a while tonight?
Yeah, heading into last week's game, didn't have a trial match, so last week was all about obviously blowing out the cobwebs and trying to get the motor going again. So tonight I felt a lot better, and obviously with the outside noise, it was a bit of a poke the bear moment for me. So I'm just good to be out there and running freely again.
On the subject of that noise, do you hope this is the game that is a final shut up to everyone else who's been poking and criticising from afar?
It's only one. So we're still in round 2, so still got a long season ahead. And I'm just building each week, and hopefully I can improve with every round going into the next 25 rounds.
Todd, is that the best defensive performance this team's put through in your tenure?
Look, it's right up there. I thought last week was very similar. We had to probably defend more errors and more penalties. What we did do better today was control them coming out of their end better. So, I can't disagree with that question or statement.
Did you have a bit of a mindset going into the game to ambush the Raiders themselves with the halves, like pressuring the halves? A lot of outside backs were shooting. Was that sort of a plan pre-game, was to try and shut them down early?
Not necessarily. We've been banging on about defending principles, and one of our principles is if they dig deep in the line, we're pulling the trigger and trying to jam out the back. So we're getting better at IDing shapes and communicating that, and we're getting better at moving, and we're making better decisions.
I thought Pet Hiku was really good, and has he been a key for that, and the outside backs doing that, shutting that defensive line down out wide?
Yeah, I think having him and Chad is like having 2 extra coaches out in the field at training. He's always helping guys around him. He's super experienced, and he's a problem solver. You look at tonight, he set up a try for Feldy with a kick, which is a little unconventional, but I'm not surprised Pet being able to pull off that play. And what I also liked about Pet's game tonight was some of his efforts. There was one time there he made 4 tackles on the trot. He ended up over the other side of the field. A couple of his Rambos or kick pressures. We're really good and team first orientated. So, yeah, he's a terrific addition to our squad.
We were talking upstairs about whether, where Pet rates in terms of sort of the best value for money buys this year. Has he exceeded your expectations? Like you said, experience, what you hoped to get. He's given you so much more.
No, he hasn't. I knew what I was getting. I knew I was getting an out-and-out footballer. I think we're getting good value at the moment, absolutely. And he is a terrific person to have for the group. And his wife Lisa is a terrific person. They're a great family, and they've fitted into. Took them a while to adjust to the heat, but we're trying to build our club on character, and he fits the mould perfectly.
On the subject of defence, lots of turnovers forced. Jarring balls loose, a couple of intercepts there. Was that a focus to go and actually win the ball back with your defence?
Look, not necessarily. We just need to be more aggressive and back our D. And when you play the game the right way, which I've banged on for months, that's part of that. So we control the ball better, which gives us more effort or energy to put into efforts around our defensive systems.
Bit of a sound note, Toddy, only come off with a non-contact knee injury. Can you give us a diagnosis?
Yeah, it's a suspected ACL. Yeah, so really disappointed for the kid. He's had a wretched run with his shoulders, and I really feel for him. He's probably one of the more natural leaders we've got in our group. He's had a lot of life experiences at his young age, and we're going to miss him.
Some good stuff from some of the youngsters on the side. Gilbert, Nanai, Amiso, Dearden. What are some of your thoughts on their performances tonight?
I thought they were all pretty strong. I just want them to do their job, and they got it done. Tommy's strength is running the ball, and he ran that pretty well. I spoke to Hammer after last weekend's game and wanted him to touch the ball more, and he did so. Tommy Gilbert has been in our top 3 or 4 players for the last 3 games, trial included. And, while Heelam is an outstanding talent, he's kept him on the bench for so long. So Tommy's going really well. Who was the last one you spoke about?
I think Did and Neem.
Oh, no, it was Nanai. Yeah, so Jeremiah, again, that's only his 3rd 80-minute game in the back row. He's got some ability, and he's learning quick, and he's had to learn quick at the back end of last year. And, we want him to stay as long as possible.
Jace, how much confidence then does that give the win tonight, give you guys heading into next weekend? Brisbane on a Sunday, are they?
Yeah, a lot of confidence. I didn't play the trial game, and they played against the Broncos and Mackay, and they really showed. Everyone really stepped up then. So tonight it was another performance they can build on, and I reckon we can only get better from there.
I think your minutes were sort of in the high 50s. Do you hope to push through to 60 or 70 next week?
Oh. No, mate, I didn't pick. Yeah. No, the boys out there done their job, and I was happy to be off. So the young ones running amok and give us older boys a bit of a rest.
We didn't talk about Griffin Neem before. How impressed were you with that, performance in the middle?
Yeah, I've always rated Griff. I watched him 2 years ago at a game in the Blackhawks, and an aggressive redhead kid. I didn't even know he was Kiwi at the time, so until I met him, and he's only grown from then. So the way he carries the ball, how aggressive he is in defence, and he's always willing to work. So I rate Griff really highly, and today was his first game of the season, and he's only going to get better. So I reckon he'll be a huge impact for us coming off the bench.
Thanks, guys.
Beautiful.
If anyone's come to interviews, come down.
Yeah.